When I'm in the mountains, I feel a sense of peace, freedom, adrenaline. It just makes me feel alive in every way. I think it just reminds me of why I'm here anytime I'm out there.
I've been trying to teach him to stand and to hold on.
Oh, nice. The day he smiled at me, that changed everything. And now he's 6 months old and he, laughs and giggles and he wants to walk and stand up, and just seeing the growth that he's had in this short time on our planet, it's crazy. And then most people would probably tell me, like, just wait, because I only have a 6 month old.
Before Emmett, we lived a very full, adventurous, outdoorsy, travel-filled life. Things have definitely slowed down significantly, I think for both of us, but especially for me. But that's like, oh well, like that's life. He stood up today. He laughed. It's like these little milestones along the way that you're just like, okay, well, nothing else matters because you're adorable, you know? That's just parenthood at its core. The mountains are everything to Hayden. It's a way of life. It's who he is. He's the best version of himself if he can get outside on a regular basis. There's a lot that goes into balancing the responsibilities of fatherhood. He takes care of the feeding, the cleaning. He does so much around here to help make it easier on me. I think a lot of people don't see that side of things. He catches a lot of shade for that, and it's just because people don't really see what he does around here and what he does for us as a family.
I think it helps me show up and give my 100% as a dad and as a husband.
When he goes and skis and goes out and adventures, he comes home and he's like number one dad. I mean, he's always number one dad. But when he comes home, he's like super dad. Like he has a whole nother gear that kicks on where he's like, thank you for letting me have that. Let me give you a break. He goes and gets his piece and he comes home and he gives me mine. He cleans every single bottle in this house, that he makes sure that Emmett's food is prepared properly, that I get dinner every day. He cooks majority of the time, he is super dad. And people don't get to see that side of it. They just see Hayden going off in the mountains. It like breaks my heart that people don't understand that you can find balance, because you can.
Having Emmett, it hasn't changed the love I feel for the mountains. It's made me more excited about showing him the mountains. And I hope I can teach him, how to survive out in the woods and plan a trip and go camping, and one day teach him how to ski a couloir.
I hope that Emmett sees Hayden as just a really strong father figure. I hope that he can just constantly be pushing Emmett to be the best version of himself, and that Emmett can look up to Hayden and see, damn, my dad's badass. I hope that Emmett gets a lot of joy out of that and is able to share in that like excitement and the joy. A lot of crazy stuff that we do in our lives that we're very passionate about continuing to do, even with being parents. And there was a long time where we were like, should we have kids? Should we have kids? I don't know that we should have kids. I think it's probably been the the biggest blessing in my entire life.
In a young
Yeah, like it's gonna slow things down for a little bit. You know, it's
Coleman
I've got
flesh
new
and a bowl
responsibilities,
full of mush.
but I'm like watching this little human grow up and be a part of that and witness him falling in love with the outdoors, which is, I think, exactly why we had kids in the first place.
Good night, Mush. And good night to the old lady who is whispering hush. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. All done, buddy.